can probably guess, we are going to visit today together South Africa. But before I start, I would like to say hi to my dear friends from South Africa that I miss and who have taught me how to love this beautiful, amazing country. And they are Lala, Petunia, and Tokosos, Eric, Mandy and Graham, Ayanda, Brandon, and Christian. I miss you dearly and I do hope to see you again soon. And thank you for teaching me how to love this beautiful and culturally rich country who has taught me so much about life. And before we start with the story, I want to show you this gorgeous jewelry that I have, which is Zulu jewelry, beaded jewelry. And many people love it because of the colors and the way it looks, but few know that all these symbols actually mean something. This is a whole story written with symbols. So if you go to South Africa and you see the Zulu houses, you will notice a lot of similar drawings on them. And what they mean. The triangles mean the connection between past, present and future. The chevron, it means the spear ends and the protection of the ancestors. The diamond shape, it means the all-seeing eye and the abundance. So all of them tell a story, and that is why they are there. And it's very important for you to know what they tell before you can wear it. Otherwise, who knows what you can invoke. And now with the story. Once upon a time, there lived an old ancient couple, more ancient and older than even the baobabs. And they were a ground turtle couple, which were called Madala and Gugu. Madala in Zulu language means grandfather or old man, and Gugu means grandmother or old woman, because they were so old. And people and animals loved them so much, they used to go to them to ask them for advice whenever they had to take any decision. One day, Madala and Gugu were slowly walking with their shiny tortoise shells, because they were so old, it was polished like glass. And they came upon a very beautiful golden tree, which was so charged with fruit that the branches were already leaning towards the ground. The tree was a marula tree, and it was so abundant in fruit that Madala and Gugu looked at it and said, we need to bring the other animals. They need to enjoy this plentiful harvest with us together. We need to invoke the spirit of Ubuntu. So they said, and so they did. They went and gathered all the animals of the savannah and said, come with us, we will show you the richness of the marula tree, but you need to share, and each one of you needs to eat as much as they have a necessity, but not more, leaving the rest for the others. The animals of the savannah were grateful, and they went and had a plentiful feast. And just when they were about to celebrate, dark clouds covered the sky, and suddenly there was the smell of smoke. What should we do? What should we do? Said the animals. If a fire comes, we are all doomed. We can't all fly away. They were starting to panic. Some of the animals were already running around, not knowing what to do. Wait, wait, said the ground turtles. We need to invoke the spirit of Ubuntu. But what is Ubuntu? Asked one of the younger animals who didn't know yet. Ubuntu, my dear, said Madala, means I am because we are. Ubuntu means that only by being in a group and working together, we are strong. If we are one by one, we are easy to break apart, but if we are all strong together, then nobody can win us. And only by working together, we can win any situation. So what they did was to listen to the old ground turtles, which told each one of them what to do. The elephants, being the strongest of them all, started pulling apart dry trees and creating a barrier for the fire. The baboons started gathering branches and bushes that were dry and filling it out, the spaces in between the trees that the elephants put there. The smaller animals gathered moss and put it in water to soak the water, and then they laid it down to prevent the fire from going beyond the wall that they have created. In the meantime, the birds were vigilating from up high and telling them where it's safe to go and the safest paths towards the river. And the ground turtles, Madala and Gugu, took all the elderly animals and all the youngsters, all the youth, and they slowly made their way towards the river. A couple of hours have passed. All the animals were exhausted. Some of them even had some burns here and there, but they were all alive and nobody was really hurt. So they were all happy because the fire had extinguished. It had arrived only to the wall that they created, but it never went through. So they were all safe. Thank you, Madala, and thank you, Gugu, said the animals. Oh, it's not us. It's the spirit of Ubuntu. We were able to survive because we worked together. And only by working together, not apart, we are strong. That was the story from South Africa that I hope you did enjoy. And I hope you've learned something interesting to think about. If you have some other stories that you want to recommend, or maybe you're curious about a certain country that you would want to find out a story from, please leave some comments and I will try to help you out. And if you have any questions or suggestions, I will be happy to hear. In the meantime, please like and subscribe, and see you again next week with another story from another